gentlemen. Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen. We are optimistic that further meetings will be held. They are necessary. They are in the light of certain results that appeared, which require further tests to be conducted at the sites. There was a special team left by the ONSCOM team to go to the sites and take further samples to corroborate the evidence we submitted during the TEMS. I call them TEMS because technical evaluation meetings. These analysis and tests will take some time, and another meeting will be necessary to consider those results, which we believe will corroborate our declaration. In the 50s, there was literature published about research carried out in Israel, in Israeli institutes of chemistry, in Israeli institutes of biology, on such materials. Not directly. To the specialist, you will know when a precursor, which is specific for a material, there's something published like this about it, you know it only leads to that. So this is not news that countries who have weapons of mass destruction like Israel and have been amassing it will provoke efforts of similar nature from the countries in the area. If Israel doesn't possess these, there would be no need for the other countries to have that.
So therefore, Iraq's work in the area of VX gas was a counter-deterrent to an Israeli threat?
If you read about chemical warfare, you will see that it's a range of agents, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to have them if you have any meaningful program. It's one of them. It's one of them. You have 1, 2, 3, and this is the last one in the scale, so to speak. I think that's enough. Thank you very much.
So from what you have heard of Mr. Butler's comments, what effect do you think those comments have had on the ongoing diplomatic process?
Well, he's just acting like a US or British politician, just exerting maximum pressure and provoking things and beating the drums of war. That will take place. Of course, under circumstances like Butler referred to, quoting Tariq Aziz, when he asked for access to presidential site, he said that Tariq Aziz said these sites are absolutely forbidden. You cannot enter them. I was present. Mr. Tariq Aziz's last words were, let us postpone discussing this problem until after the technical evaluation meetings are finished, and if there is need for inspection, we will talk about it then. He did not say what Butler claimed that Tariq Aziz had said. The logic of that is clear.
The inspection of those sites, the Iraqi government is open to inspection of at least part of those restricted sites?
We are flexible.
So this is rather important. Are you saying, when you said I would be concerned that military action would disrupt UNSCOM's work,
Yes,
are you saying that would be a result of an attack, or are you saying that your government might feel that it would have to disrupt that?
I meant exactly that the military attack would practically destroy the system which relies on communication, cameras, sensors, etc.
But you would not disrupt that work?
Of course not. It hasn't happened before. To have access. Very much indeed. His conclusions that Iraq is engaged in the production of weapons of mass destruction are simply not true. His allegations are long, his evidence is short. His evidence is a hodgepodge of half-truths, lies, short-sighted and naive allegations which will not hold after a brief investigation by competent and independent experts in the relevant fields. We advise Mr. Blair to pass on his dossier to UNMOVIC and the IAEA for proper assessment, and soon enough the truth will come out today. Now we have something. All these allegations will not take long to verify when the inspectors are back, because there are some allegations which are so big and so preposterous, like a missile of over 1,000 kilometer range, and about weapons of mass destruction in the nuclear area, chemical area, biological area, which are impossible to conceal. They will soon reveal the truth about those things. And soon,
are the inspectors going to have unfettered access?
exactly, unfettered access.
Wherever they want to go?
Wherever they want to go. This will be the subject that is practical arrangement in order so there is no misunderstanding about the procedures which are to be adopted during inspection. Mr. Blix is very anxious. He does this before coming. If it turns out at an early stage during this month that America is not going the legal way, then why should we continue? I don't know if you've seen any pictures of destruction. No. This was intentional. We had asked that no pictures be released, although it is tempting because we could gain from these pictures and their impact on Western media, but we also think of the impact on the Iraqi people. This is too harsh. It's unacceptable. That's why we haven't released any pictures, and we don't know if there will be any pictures released by UNMOVIC, but we have also requested them to pay attention to this matter. In total, practically all the areas of concern to UNMOVIC in the subjects of remaining disarmament questions have been addressed. And this is an ongoing process because some of these letters are progress reports rather than the end of the matter. But some of them were actually concluding reports. It is the final results. And we hope that it will be to the satisfaction of UNMOVIC. This $80 million, the money for UNMOVIC, Dr. Blix didn't say where it came from. It comes from Iraq, of course, because it is deducted from Oil for Food program. So disarmament, peaceful, at no cost to the American taxpayer. A war of $80 billion plus to achieve disarmament. Well, I will not go any further. Bush and Blair will gain real credibility if they did something about Sharon's occupation of the Palestinian homeland. And that will not cost them neither blood nor money.
زيارة إلى بغداد قبل تقريره، وما هي المدة التي تستغرقها عملية تدمير الصف؟
Let me just quote what he said. We have found several cases where it is clear that Iraq has imported weapons-related material in violation of the prohibitions of the Security Council, unquote. Okay, let's look at that. They did not find. We declared everything. It is in our declaration. That's point one. Second, everybody knows that we have military industry. We produce weapons, from bullets to handguns, artillery, and artillery guns as well. Now, how do we produce these? From thin air? No. We import materials. We are allowed to produce these things under Security Council resolutions. But countries are not permitted to export if they are convinced that they shouldn't. That's their business. And it's not something that we are violating. It is a country that exports to Iraq something knowingly and is violating that. But we did not encourage them to open their homes. This is a matter entirely left to their discretion. They want to allow the inspectors in, fine with us. If they didn't, we wouldn't encourage them to open the homes or even ask them to.
Yesterday evening, U.S. Secretary of Defense Cohen said that Iraq possesses 200 tons of VX gas. How do you respond to this accusation?
It's absolute nonsense. It's not true at all. The fair and professional scientists who work in the Special Commission would never say that. We've had talks with them and we've had seminars, and this is not their conclusion. This is the conclusion of other parties who are appointed by the Americans, perhaps. First of all, Iraq spying on the Special Commission. I mean, who is spying on whom? We believe that within the Special Commissions there are American spies, and they are here in our country. And it is the United States that is spying on the entire world. And to say that we are spying on the Special Commission, it's ridiculous.